Australia is facing a critical shortage of rapid antigen tests as waiting times blow out at PCR testing clinics. It comes after Prime Minister Scott Morrison ruled out making the test free, despite reports of price gouging increasing. More than 20 complaints have been made to the New South Wales Department of Fair Trading. Victoria's Health Minister Martin Foley was forced to apologise as the rollout of rapid tests to vulnerable Victorians was delayed by at least a week. In Sydney, 28 privately run PCR testing clinics have closed until further notice as staff work to clear a backlog of tests.
Last year started with a mouse plague in the bush. Now a rat shortage in the regions and big cities looms as far more serious. A desperate lack of rapid antigen tests, the cornerstone of the federal government's new COVID normal, is cruelling the assault on COVID and Labor's on the attack.
With months and months to prepare from a pandemic that has been going for 2 years, it is unbelievable that the government has told people to not go and get tested, but to test themselves with a rapid antigen test that isn't available and that isn't affordable.
The shortage is sending prices soaring. If you're lucky enough to find one, it can cost you up to $30 for a single test.
My understanding was that we were going to be making concessions, especially available to people on healthcare cards and pensioners. So I will get clarification with that on Wednesday. I think it's really important that the most vulnerable members of our community do not have a price impost to go and get a rapid antigen test.
The federal government is on the defence.
Unlike masks and gowns and other critical equipment back in February and March of last year, there was both a demand increase, but there was a supply decrease. Here we're seeing a demand increase and a supply increase in parallel.
And in no mood to undercut retailers who are cashing in on high prices.
We've invested hundreds of billions of dollars getting Australia through this crisis, but we're now in a stage of the pandemic where you can't just make everything free, because when someone tells you they want to make something free, someone's always going to pay for it, and it's going to be you.
Amid the confusion and uncertainty, the businesses that aren't selling the rat tests, and that's 99.9% of them, are fearing they'll be impacted.
We know that a lot of hospitality businesses in particular have chosen to close their doors over this period because it is simply easier to do that rather than running around to many chemists in their local community to try and find those rapid antigen tests. That takes time, it costs money, and they're not freely available right now.
2022 is looming as the year of the rat. Hopefully, relief is on the way. Mark Stevens, Sky News.